We're about set for action here at the Morton Combs Athletic Complex. And we will turn it over to public address announcer Kenneth Fugate, who's in his 19th year doing public address here at Knott Central.
And now for tonight's second game of the WIMT Wayne Supply Mountain Basketball Classic. Between the home team on the scoreboard, the Harlan County Lady Black Bears. And the visitors on the scoreboard, the Lady Golden Eagles of Johnson Central. Starting lineups first for Johnson Central at center, 0, Lauren Preston. Number 4, Lauren Salyer. At guard, number 10, Bailey Daniel. At guard, number 15, Lauren DeLong. And at forward, number 22, Jalen Spurlock. The Lady Golden Eagles are coached by Darian Rice. For the Lady Black Bears of Harlan County, at center, number 42, Kaylee Gross. At guard, number 32, Blair Green. At forward, number 12, Rebecca Middleton. At forward, number 34, Breanne Turner. And at center, number 10, Phoebe McCard. Harlan County's coached by Coach Debbie Green.
And that gives us a chance to take a look at our Lee's famous recipe of Hazard and Whitesburg. Keys to the game, Harlan County, Johnson Central, a trip to the Mountain Classic semis on the line. Jim, what are your keys to the game?
Keys to the game, I think for Harlan County, they've got to go green. They've got to get Blair Green started quickly, Tanner. Get the good start, get offensively going, and then defensively try to match up with a tough Johnson Central team. For Johnson Central, I think once again, the key is get the good start. We saw them, or rather we saw Breathitt County in their first game in the Mountain Classic have difficulty getting started. They never could get off the schneid. They were behind the whole game. Johnson Central has to get a good start, Tanner.
Blair Green wins the tip against Lauren Salyer, and Harlan County will start this game with possession. They want to try to get Green going early. She whips it up top there to Turner, now to Green at the free throw line. She's good from in that range, but she turns it over, threw it right to Lauren DeLong. Lady Eagles love to run, open three, no good. That time by Bailey Daniel, and back comes Harlan County. This is Green. Slashing to the hoop, floater, short. Offensive rebound, Gross at the block. She misses the putback, but it will stay with Harlan County.
You know, we saw Harlan County a couple of weeks ago, and number 42, Kayla Gross, was superb on the inside, cleaning up everything on that offensive glass. A difficult matchup for Johnson Central on the inside.
Baseline jumper this time, Turner no. Gross cleans it up, scores, and draws the harm.
Yeah, we saw Kayla do that all evening long against Harlan. And now underneath the basket, superb position, gets it, puts it home. Going to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play that just won't go.
Missed it, but Blair Green nearly had the offensive rebound for Harlan County, but instead it's Johnson Central racing the other way.
Look at this tenacious defense here. Looks like some zone being employed by Harlan County. Need to get some touches in the post, do the Johnson Central Lady Eagles.
Lost on the baseline, travel against Lauren DeLong. Well, how about how quick Johnson Central gets up the floor?
They really do, and that means transition defense will be at a premium for Harlan County. Johnson Central wants to push this game inline to inline.
How about that backdoor feed to Green, who lays it in? A great pass from Kaylee Gross.
Gross is just a spectacular player. Beautiful pass. Green fills the lane.
Long three, no good by Jayla Spurlock, the senior. Offensive rebound, Salyer, and a jump ball called. It will stay with Johnson Central.
We saw it in the first game. Breathitt County just simply could not get it to drop. We've seen a lot of teams in their first game in the Mountain Classic have a tough time in that first quarter scoring points.
And a steal on the inbound. Phoebe McCard, and then Harlan County gives it right back. From the block, Gross going to be called for the foul as DeLong took it to the basket. Check it, they put it on Breanne Turner. Chance for Johnson Central to get on the board here, Jim.
Yeah, you talked about how quickly Johnson Central wants to push it up and down. Now DeLong gets to the line. That was something Breathitt couldn't get to in that first game, just simply couldn't get to the line.
1 out of 2. And it goes out of bounds. It will stay with Johnson Central. Fortuitous bounce that time for the Lady Eagles, but they'll take it. Down 4-1 here as we have yet to play 2 minutes here in the nightcap. The first evening of the Mountain Classic. Coach Darren Rice trying to coach his Lady Eagles to a victory here in their first appearance at the Mountain Classic. Of course, this is also the first year the tournament has expanded to 6 teams. 3, good. That's Jayla Spurlock. Missed one earlier this quarter, comes back to hit that one. We'll see if Harlan County can answer.
Johnson Central playing this tough man-to-man defense, and that's where it will be tough.
Gross, so tough down low. 4 points here early.
Going to have to play her at least side to side. You can't allow her to get the ball uncontested down on the post. Harlan County zone here has some openings at the foul line. I think they need some touches there, Tanner.
Inside, working against Gross is Salyer, and she's able to float it in.
Beautiful, beautiful look by Salyer.
And then at the other end on the run out, no good, but a foul on Rebecca Middleton. Just a sophomore. This is a very young Harlan County team, Jim. No seniors.
That's the amazing stat. The same thing for the boys team at Harlan County. Not a single senior on the roster.
First substitution for Johnson Central. Allie May works her way into the lineup. Lauren Preston will take a break.
Middleton superb at the line.
You know, talking about how young Harlan County is, Coach Debbie Green told us earlier this year this is one of the youngest teams she's coached, but she really doesn't mind because the younger players are a lot more receptive as Bailey Daniel knocks in the 3 for Johnson Central. Long jumper at the other end is good for Rebecca Middleton. She has 4 quick points. These teams, yeah, putting on a shooting clinic here in this first quarter, opposite of the first game.
Just aggressive defense as well. The overplays creating some opportunities, and a great block by Green there.
That'll get us to our media timeout. 2 blocks for Green already in this game. Harlan County, the slimmest of leads over Johnson Central here early in the Mountain Classic.
Winter, famous for careful driving. Lee's, famous for chicken. Get a fast meal that's resolution-friendly at Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken with our 2-piece oven roast combo for only $4.99. Get your new year off to a smart start with 2 pieces of our gluten-free oven roast chicken, a side, a biscuit, and a regular drink, all at a great price. It's a great meal on the go without all the guilt. Get a New Year's bonus with Lee's 2-piece oven roast combo for only $4.99. Only at Lee's, famous for chicken.
Wake up with us Tuesday for Mountain News This Morning. The Mom's Everyday crew will talk about type 1 diabetes. Plus, we'll have a recipe from the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
Plenty of sunshine ahead tomorrow along with colder temperatures. I'll break it down for you Tuesday from 5 to 7 right here on Mountain News This Morning.
Samantha, You have Staphylococcus aureus impetigo. You'll need a macrolide.
You have a minor skin infection. He's giving you an antibiotic.
Let's do decloxacillin.
Can you make that cefuroxime? Because her insurance doesn't cover the other.
No problem. Your symptoms should subside within a fortnight. Magnum Diem.
He said you'll be fine in 2 weeks and have a great day.
We obviously can't always be with you, but we're always here for you. Your local Food City pharmacist.
No credit check, no contract, no problem. Of course, Appalachian Wireless offers you a softer, gentler way to pay with the ultra-popular Forward Pay. But now Forward Pay gets an upgrade. You get monthly service prices and features without the ties and receive unlimited talk, text, and 3 gigabytes of data for just $44.99. Or get these same great perks with a whopping 5 gigabytes of data for a mere $59.99. Great new ways to pay coupled with drastically reduced prices on most service and smartphones. That's today's Appalachian Wireless.
A flurry of offense here early for both these teams. Harlan County leading Johnson Central 10-9. Not even halfway through our first quarter yet. And for perspective, Breathitt County had 10 points at halftime in the first game.
Yeah.
That was a low-scoring game. Harlan only had 21 in Breathitt's defense.
I like the ball movement by Johnson Central and the player movement against this zone.
Pull-up jumper rattles out for Spurlock. That was a real defensive slobber knocker we saw in the first game. Very impressed with both those teams' defenses. Harlan able to make a couple more shots down the stretch, but congratulations on a good showing to Coach Wallace Bates and his Lady Cats, and a good showing here early for Kaylee Gross. She has 6 of the Lady Black Bears' 12 points.
Yeah, they're just going to have to front her down on that post. Can't allow her to get it and turn that easily, Tanner. She's doing a tremendous job. It's the difference in this game as Harlan County leads by 3, but once again, you can tell Coach Rice has his girls really fired up here for Johnson Central. I love the ball movement. I love the player movement. They're going to get some open looks at the foul lane.
Spurlock for 3, no. And a rebound down to Harlan County's Rebecca Middleton.
Certainly seems both of these teams playing with more urgency and energy right now, Tanner. Wow.
And you called it, Rebecca Middleton. The three-pointer in there. She has 7 points in this game. 15-9, good start for Harlan County.
Harlan County running that offense inside out. That's the way I like to do it, Tanner.
Trying to answer for Johnson Central. May 3 won't go. Now the Lady Black Bears off and running. Green with the right hand.
She's just so unselfish, Tanner. Good pass.
Gross triple team loses it, but the Lady Black Bears get it back. Can she do it again? No. That would have been another big basket by Middleton, the sophomore. Now at the other end, open look. Won't go for Bailey Daniel for Johnson Central. A lot of shots going up here early in this one.
Let's take a look here. Looks like Johnson Central trying to zone a little bit. Once again, more good ball movement. I like Phoebe McCard, the tiniest player on the court, out there, number 10 for Harlan County. She did a great job on Brock.
Good feed to Green, left the runner short, collects her own rebound, misses again. Out of bounds over to Johnson Central. Blair Green got a couple of good looks at the basket, but could not stick it in. Kelsey Oxshire and McKaylin Pierce check in for Johnson Central.
So Caitlin Johnson comes in for Harlan County. Both of these teams using a lot of players, Tanner.
Out of the corner, that's DeLong for 3, and Johnson Central needed that. They're back to within 3 at 15-12.
How about this style that Johnson Central, full court pressure.
And a travel at midcourt called against Gross.
Kayla says, I didn't move the pivot foot, and I might be inclined to agree with her there.
Close.
A lot of hustle here by Johnson Central. And, you know, Tanner, when you play in your first game in the Mountain Classic, I think the key is defensively, not offensively. And you've seen Johnson Central be so aggressive defensively.
Another 3. McKaylin Pierce, who just checked in, the junior. And a foul as Harlan County is bringing it up the floor.
Love the way the officials officiating this game. They're playing so hard, yet only 4 fouls have been called in total.
Game tied at 15 after back-to-back threes from the Lady Eagles. When their shots are falling, they're an extremely dangerous team. Green feeds it inside. Foul called as Middleton went up for the shot.
Good feed by Green. Like the job that Coach Debbie Green's doing with her team, as well as Coach Darren Rice with his. A lot of good player movement and ball movement, cutting to the high post and then feeding off that high post. Middleton hits the foul shot. Have her with 8 points in this first quarter.
Averages just 5 a game. 9 here in the first quarter already. Whatever Coach Green said to her before the game was certainly well received, huh?
Exactly, and now more full court pressure here. Harlan kind of small up front with Phoebe and Caitlin, but they try to get in the passing lanes.
This has been a really well-played girls basketball game so far.
Intensity.
Good way to kick off the Mountain Classic.
Harlan County awfully small out front.
May, 3 no good. Good rebound by Gross. We'll be saying that a lot tonight as we're under a minute to go here in the first quarter.
They let Blair Green play all over the court.
Give and go. Green, Middleton, back to Green, who traveled. You can tell that Johnson Central defensively is really keying on Blair Green, and for good reason.
Yeah.
Some of these other Lady Black Bears have stepped up. That's a reason why they lead by a deuce.
Harlan County at the front of this zone is really small. Got to believe that the Johnson Central girls can get their shot over those young ladies. Looks like Coach Rice will go for 1 here. This team fell behind early, but they battled back here.
Beneficiaries of a couple of big threes. Under 10, DeLong picks her dribble up, shuffles it off to Daniel. Now back to DeLong, 5 seconds. Lauren to the basket, off glass and good. And we're tied at 17 after 1 quarter of play here in the opening round of the Girls Mountain Basketball Classic. Hope all the quarters the rest of the way are as good as that one. We'll be back after this.
Sign up for power outage alerts today by logging on to KentuckyPower.com.
Coming up at 11, a wrap-up of Scholarship Night at the first night of the Mountain Basketball Classic. And after losing their senior citizen centers, folks in Letcher County were given a tour of a new gathering place.
Follow WYMT on Twitter for the latest news, weather, and sports.
Wolf, Williams, and Reynolds have been representing coal miners and their families for over 30 years. If you need representation for Social Security, disability, personal injury, auto accident, workers' compensation, and of course, black lung benefits, give them a call at 1-800-446-0167. Stop by and see them and tell them Ralph 2 sent you.
Established in 1913, Wayne Supply has been a trademark and a model for all other equipment companies. For over 100 years, Wayne Supply has offered good-paying jobs in Kentucky and a vision of growth to many people in our Commonwealth. Wayne Supply has given back in many ways, such as being a founding sponsor of the Wayne Supply Mountain Classic, which has generated over $2.5 million in money given to students in eastern Kentucky. From last century to this one, Wayne Supply continues their commitment to serve the people of eastern Kentucky.
It's not New Year's.
No, it's better.
It's the final days of Toyotathon. It's your last chance to get 0% APR financing on many of our most popular models. Our biggest event of the year ends January 4th. Don't miss all the fun. And don't miss 0 for 60 financing on Corolla or a $159 a month lease. And this loaded all-wheel drive 2015 RAV4 XLE is just $199 a month.
Make the holidays happier at Toyotathon.
Toyota, let's go places.
Really entertaining first quarter. 17-17, Harlan County and Johnson Central. Winner gets a spot in the Mountain Classic semifinals. 3 out of the corner. Caitlin Johnson knocks it down. the freshman.
Just a lot of great young players in this game. And
of course, the big story in that first quarter, one of those young players, Rebecca Middleton, the sophomore, came in, Jim, averaging 5 per game, has 9 already.
You saw there the heavy pressure forces the 10-second count. Harlan County jumping out quickly here in this second frame. Love the way Johnson Central is so aggressive out front with their kids. That does open up the ball reversal.
They try to get it down low to Gross. Out of bounds, they say last touch by a Lady Eagles, so Harlan County will keep it. Of course, the Lady Black Bears under the direction of Coach Debbie Green in her second season.
Good look.
Johnson, another 3. That one short. Gross fouled on the putback attempt. Of course, Debbie and her husband, LG Green, coached at Middlesboro for years.
Yep.
Now at Harlan County. Their daughter, Blair Green, the leading scorer for this Harlan County squad.
Young lady does an outstanding job with her team, and Kayla Gross does an outstanding job with her roll down on the inside. They
missed
just
a
can't
free
go
throw.
with it.
Yep, got her own rebound. Harlan County gets an extra possession, and Gross appropriately will finish it.
Beautiful pass on the inside.
Give her 9. Johnson Central struggling to get it up the court against this Harlan County press. They get a foul that time on Johnson.
Still only the second team foul, Tanner, so Harlan County can be aggressive in that press. 6-point spread here as Harlan County got a little spurt against the Lady Eagles. I think the openings are right there at the foul line, Tanner. See the great player movement Johnson Central employing here.
Remember, Johnson Central fell behind by 6 in that first quarter, but hit a couple of 3-pointers to tie the game. Foul on Johnson, her second. She's picked up 2 quick ones.
Yep.
Daniel, no. Good defense by Gross, and a good block by Gross. And Harlan County strips it away. 3-on-2. Johnson at the left block. She's blocked but fouled also. Salyer came flying in to swat the shot.
Man, she went down right in front of our cameraman, Freddie Hunt, and she's clutching that right shoulder, Tanner. Young lady has come in here and given her team a lift.
Coach Debbie Green will go over to check on her.
Caitlin hit a 3-pointer in this second quarter. Johnson Central had 4 3-pointers in the first quarter, and with her great defense, let's take a look here, Tanner, if we can, and see what happens. It was a great steal, Deskins Motors instant replay, and you see Caitlin gets the pass. She goes up and gets hit pretty good and just falls right on that shoulder. And, man, took that hit at full speed. That's the way these young ladies have been playing this game, Tanner. Full speed.
I'll have to have somebody shoot her free throws.
Yeah, she's going to be coming out. And
you see Coach Darren Rice going over the X's and O's with his Lady Eagles squad.
Yeah. Young Johnson may have a tough time maneuvering with that shoulder. See some of the assistants there going to take a look at her.
Now Rebecca Middleton will go to the line. She's already in double digits.
Excellent foul shooter. Jinxed her.
Put the old broadcaster's jinx on her.
It's amazing how that works out. But right now, Johnson Central, in their first game ever in the Mountain Classic, having a tough time in this second quarter.
I'm going to take you to Vegas so I can pick the opposite of everything you say.
There you go.
I'll stay with Harlan County. Seems like a much crisper, much more confident Harlan County squad than we saw a couple of weeks ago.
Yep. See him moving the ball around the horn here, and maybe a little ball reversal, a quick shot back.
They love to get it to Gross, and that's why.
Well, they spread that defense out. Kayla opened down the inside, and the young girls see her for the easy two, and a great 9-0 run here.
Now, we were tied at 17 entering this quarter. As you mentioned, 9 straight points for the Lady Black Bears. Lauren DeLong returns to the Johnson Central lineup. She'll inbound the ball here.
Johnson Central needs a good look here. They're getting good looks. Aggressive zone defense by Harlan County, but they're not real big out on the perimeter of that zone. But they are fast on the perimeter of that zone.
Miss 3, Pierce.
Good pass. By contrast, Johnson Central does have good size out on the front. Good
Inside
ball
out game. And they whip it around to Green in the corner. Bluffs a 3. Now back up top. Good interior passing. Boy, they moved it around so well. Johnson McCarg unable to get the 3 to go, but that was still an excellent possession. Now at the other end, this is DeLong missing the 3. Green runs it down in the corner for the Lady Bears. They're pushing. And a foul on the floor. Middleton was taking it up and drew the contact. McKaylin Pierce whistled for the personal. Second foul on her. 7th on Johnson Central. So we'll have free throws for Harlan County on the other side. Oh, they call that a floor foul, excuse me. On the other side of this break, you're watching the Mountain Classic.
Sometimes it seems you spend your whole day on the go. But no matter where you go, you'll probably run into a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent. With agents in every Kentucky county, Farm Bureau is there for you, pretty much wherever you are. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Tim Short is East Kentucky's fastest growing auto group. Built on a philosophy of great customer service and contributing to the local economy makes us the dealer customers keep coming back to. With 13 locations throughout the region, representing all of the American manufacturers and the most popular top quality pre-owned vehicles. Take the short drive to Hazard, Whitesburg, Manchester, Pikeville, London, Corbin, Middlesboro, Winchester, Moorhead, and beyond. Choose Tim Short Auto Group for a no-hassle deal on your next vehicle.
It's a new year, so why not start it off by getting a great deal on a brand new smartphone from Appalachian Wireless? All this month, you can get the 32-gig Samsung GS6 for just $0.01 when you sign up for service. One of the most beautifully crafted and sophisticated smartphones to date, it's easy to see why the GS6 has outsold all other Androids the world over. And all this month, it can be yours for just $0.01 with service. Better service, bigger savings. That's today's Appalachian Wireless.
Here's your story, let's begin. The water's fine, come on, dive in. The future's here, it's right before your eyes. You could be larger than life, bigger than the world. Living out the hopes and dreams of every boy and every girl. You could fly higher than the sky, shine brighter than the stars. You could have all you ever wanted, shoot the moon and reach for Mars. You know you could.
1-1 here for Middleton. Out of the timeout. And Harlan County now up double digits at 27-17.
See what Johnson Central coach Darren Rice was able to draw up for his team in the timeout, Tanner. They're getting some open looks, but it's just simply not going in.
You know, the size advantage for Harlan County has played a big role so far. Johnson Central certainly has some very talented guards, but they've been unable to get much going inside, and on the defensive end have been unable to contain Gross, but that's one way to get back into the game. Spurlock dials up the jumper. Green trying to answer off the mark. Gross follows it up and in. We just talked about how they've struggled to defend her down low, and that includes on the glass.
Yeah. Had decent position, but when you're so outsized like that, Gross able to use that size so very effectively, and you see her hustling back on the back of that zone.
Good defense there by Gross to block the shot of Preston.
Yeah, she could have slapped down and drawn the foul. A good idea to take it at her. They certainly need to do something to try to get her out of that game. Got great position.
Baseline jumpers in there for Breanne Turner. She's a freshman, and that's her first basket.
Wow.
31-19. Inside-out game. It works that time for the Lady Eagles as DeLong rattles it in from the corner. She had 6 in the first quarter. That's her first basket of the second, and the Lady Eagles get a steal. They're within 9, trying to make it less than that. Oh, what a pass! And the finish. Daniel dished it to Preston, who laid it in. And a 5-0 spurt by Johnson Central forces a timeout for Coach Debbie Green.
Beautiful pass that time. Johnson Central gets the steal and quickly takes it right at the defense. Slices into this lead as Harlan County had scored the first 12 points, I believe, of this second quarter. As you see, Debbie Green had her gals doing the job offensively and defensively.
You know, we made the point earlier in the game how she told me she likes younger teams because they're more receptive.
Yeah.
You were a teacher for many years. Did you like the younger crowd better? Is that true? Are they really more receptive?
I would say that there is some truth to that, Tanner.
Okay, we'll let you comment more after we get this report from Josh Ball.
Tanner and Jim, you can call Johnson Central's Michaela Pierce a good news kid. The junior has won 6 regional championships. That's right, 6 regional championships, including last year's 15th Region Girls Basketball Championship. She's also a 4.0 student in the classroom and attends the Early College Academy in Johnson County, where she'll graduate high school next year with an associate's degree. Tanner and Jim, back to you.
Well, that's pretty remarkable. And I will add that Pierce also has 3 points tonight.
The good news kid. I like that. The good news kid. I like that.
We're talking about Josh or Michaela here?
I'm talking about Michaela. Going to be graduating high school with an associate's degree of college. So a lot of brilliant young kids that play in the Mountain Classic.
Well, I'm 25 and my mom still wants me to be a lawyer.
Yeah.
So makes me feel unaccomplished what kids nowadays are doing at that young of an age, as that 3 goes out of bounds over to Harlan County. It's been really a game of spurts. Harlan County gets out to that 13-point lead. Now all of a sudden it's down to 7.
The defensive intensity for Johnson Central has been tremendous, but they don't have an answer for 42.
Nope, Gross finishes again.
I've got her unofficially with 15.
Yep, 6 in the first, 9 in this quarter. She's been a wrecking ball down low.
Got to take it at her and try to draw some fouls.
Been good defensively. Yep, yeah, you called it. They put Preston on the block, and the freshman takes it right into Gross and draws the foul.
That's the only way that Johnson Central is going to win this game, Tanner. They're going to have to go at Kayla Gross and try to get her in foul trouble.
That's 2 fouls on her.
Coach Green, with only a couple of minutes to go, and the luxury of a lead here may take Kayla out. As I recall, Harlan got Kayla in some foul trouble in the game we did a couple of weeks ago by taking it right at her.
Winner of this one will take on Knott Central here on Wednesday.
Couldn't buy one at the foul line.
Green able to save that one. So nifty with the ball. Middleton out of the corner. That's a 3.
Wow. Harlan County playing a heck of a ball game, but here come the Eagles.
Preston will be heading back to the line. That's another foul on Gross. A big call with 98 seconds to go before halftime.
Wow, they took it on Blair Green. That foul, they called. That one went against Blair Green. Her first.
Wow.
What a break for Coach Green.
Big break there for Harlan County. That would have been 3 on Gross.
Man. Now, as expected,
she comes out of the game, yep. Debbie Green will send Leah Evans in, a junior. And Preston puts Johnson Central to within 10.
Aggressive defense by the black shirts. Overplaying everything.
And it will go to Johnson Central. Well-designed trap that time as they forced Rihanna Middleton into a bad spot. Hey, what, that's a tough inbound situation always in that spot, huh?
Absolutely, Tanner, but once again, the skills of this Lady Eagle team, they break the pressure.
Preston to the basket, gets the nice roll.
Wow, that girl's only a freshman?
Yep.
We're looking at a Subway sub of the game there, aren't we? Man.
Well, she's a starter, so she wouldn't qualify for sub of the game.
Oh.
I like where your head's at.
Yeah.
Normally you wouldn't hear me say that.
Great defense by Johnson Central.
Well, they got Green triple team. Somebody has to be open. Nice spin move, stripped on the way up, gets it back, off balance shot, rolls out. Johnson Central within 8. Here's DeLong to the basket. Couldn't spin it in. Nice rebound in traffic by Harlan County's Leah Evans, and then a whistle. They call the foul on DeLong, so we'll walk the other way for free throws. 32 seconds showing on our first half clock.
Of course, Harlan County did have the injury to Caitlin Johnson. We'll try to get a report on that.
McKaylin Pierce back into the game for Johnson Central. She was the subject of Josh Ball's sideline report a few moments ago.
Maybe she's Subway sub of the game, huh?
Yeah. Run into the 1-and-1, no good by Evans.
Good catch.
Johnson Central looked for a moment like it was letting this game slip away. Has a chance to take some real momentum into halftime. 3 no good. Harlan County will likely play for the final shot of the first half here.
Got to make Green give it up here, Tanner.
Doesn't use the screen. Give and go, and she's fouled down low with 5 seconds remaining.
Get the opportunity to go to the line. I like the way that Johnson Central forced her to give up the basketball, but the teammates look for her. She gets it back, draws the foul with 5.6 to play.
Just 2 points tonight for Green. If I would have told you she'd only have 1 field goal in the first half and Harlan County would be up double digits, you would have said I was crazy.
Yeah.
You would say I'm crazy anyway.
Yeah, we could say that. But Green does not look to force the action at all. She can take more shots.
Johnson Central has enough time. Spurlock probably should have shot it. She passes it, but still a good run by Johnson Central to end the first half. Cuts the lead to 10. Harlan County 38. Johnson Central 28 after 2 quarters of play here in the opening round of the girls' Mountain Basketball Classic. Winner trying to punch a ticket to the semifinals, and we go to Josh, who's with Coach Darren Rice.
And with Johnson Central head coach Darren Rice. Coach, it was an intense physical first half. What kind of adjustments do you need to make to come out of this game with a win?
We need to knock down a few shots and be a little more aggressive defensively. We had some early foul trouble that I think was a result of just not being physical enough. And, you know, we kind of got ourselves out of position a little bit, kind of hurt us offensively when we had a couple of our starters go out in foul trouble early. You know, we've got to learn that we can't let people slide in front of us. We can't let people establish post position in their favorite spots and some of the things that we talked about going into this game. So hopefully we can adjust to that in the second half.
Trailing 10 points, do you need to speed up the game a little bit more, or do you just need to stay within your realm of your offense?
We're going to do what we do and hopefully do it a little better than we did in the first half.
Good deal, Coach. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Tanner and Jim, back to you.
All right, Josh, thank you. 38-28, Harlan County up 10 at halftime, and their cheerleaders with reason to celebrate. We'll be back to recap the first half for you and preview the second half here at the Mountain Classic.
It's not New Year's.
No, it's better.
It's the final days of Toyotathon. It's your last chance to get 0% APR financing on many of our most popular models. Our biggest event of the year ends January 4th. Don't miss all the fun. Now get an extra $500 bonus cash on Camry. Use it to get 0 for 60 plus $1,500 total cash. Or lease Camry for $179 a month with $899 due at signing.
Make the holidays happier at Toyotathon.
Toyota, let's go places.
Let's get some pasta. Oh, no, sweetie. That's a really good price. Yeah. Well, no. It's a glass. This is also on sale. It is. You might be onto something.
Finding great prices at Food City is child's play. This week get Food City fresh chicken breast tenders, $1.99 a pound. Coke 6-packs are 5 for $10. And DiGiorno pizzas are buy one, get one free.
Value every day, Food City.
Sign up for power outage alerts today by logging on to KentuckyPower.com.
Coming up at 11, a wrap-up of Scholarship Night at the first night of the Mountain Basketball Classic. And after losing their senior citizen centers, folks in Letcher County were given a tour of a new gathering place.
Follow WYMT on Twitter for the latest news, weather, and sports.
Hello, friends. This is Dr. Ralph Stanley.
And this is Ralph Stanley II, and I am proud to be following my dad's footsteps.
The law firm of Wolf, Williams, and Reynolds have been representing coal miners and their families for almost 40 years.
Go see the fine folks at Wolf, Williams, and Reynolds. They live in these mountains, and they understand.
They will fight for you.
Welcome back to the Kentucky Farm Bureau at the Half Report, presented by Kentucky Farm Bureau. And from Breathitt County, we have KFB agent Tony Turner on hand with us here at halftime. Tony, always a pleasure to see you.
Thank you very much. We're just so excited to be here, having a great time tonight.
I know you guys sponsor this tournament every year. Why do you do it? What is it about this tournament that, from a Kentucky Farm Bureau perspective, you guys feel like it's worth supporting?
Well, there's two things that Kentucky Farm Bureau and WYMT have in common. One's a love of basketball, and the second is scholarships.
That's right.
You know, we just want to commend you guys for the work that you've done in Eastern Kentucky for 29 years, and we're so thankful to be a part of that. So, you know, like I said, we like to be a part of the basketball community and also to help our young scholars achieve their academic excellence and all their goals that they want to set out to achieve.
Great to have you guys in that partnership. And that's the thing, when a lot of people think Mountain Classic, that they think basketball, they think what happens on the court, and certainly there have been a lot of exciting moments out there, but what you don't see a lot of times behind the scenes are the accomplishments that the students are making in the classroom, in large part because of that scholarship money they receive.
I tell you, Tanner, I was a part of the ceremony here tonight. Over 100 kids received scholarships. I mean, I bleed Eastern Kentucky, and I tell you, to see all those kids from all the different classes there, all the different schools, was just phenomenal. And we're just glad to be a part of that. And, you know, those kids are going to go achieve their goals, and they're going to come back and they're going to invest in the community, and they're going to be the leaders of tomorrow. So we're just glad to be a part of that. And thank you guys so much for all the work that you put into this. It's fantastic.
Tony, anything you want to add before we let you go?
Well, I just want to say again, thank you very much, and we look forward to next year. And let's have a great tournament.
Tony, always
much.
A pleasure. Tony Turner from Kentucky Farm Bureau. More after this on Kentucky Farm Bureau at the Half.
Established in 1913, Wayne Supply has been a trademark and a model for all other equipment companies. For over 100 years, Wayne Supply has offered good-paying jobs in Kentucky and a vision of growth to many people in our Commonwealth. Wayne Supply has given back in many ways, such as being a founding sponsor of the Wayne Supply Mountain Classic, which has generated over $2.5 million in money given to students in eastern Kentucky. From last century to this one, Wayne Supply continues their commitment to serve the people of eastern Kentucky.
Sometimes it seems you spend your whole day on the go. But no matter where you go, you'll probably run into a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent. With agents in every Kentucky county, Farm Bureau is there for you, pretty much wherever you are. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Back in 1965, Subway's founders Fred DeLuca and Dr. Peter Buck teamed up with one simple mission.
Fresh sandwiches. I like it.
The idea seemed crazy in a time when artificial foods and gimmicks were all the rage. But roller skates didn't make food any fresher, and mascots didn't make it any tastier. As it turned out, Fred was right. Sandwiches made with freshly baked bread, fresh veggies, and delicious meats would stand the test of time. We were fresh before it was fresh to be fresh. The Subway Sandwich Shop, founded on fresh.
Let's see the pull-up jumper. Looking good, kid. Take a breather. You look better than ever out there.
Thanks, Coach. How are we looking this year?
Incredibly smart, talented, and man, are they dedicated. Might be the best team ever. How about you guys?
Gilhart Institute and ARH. Now that's the best team ever.
With some of the country's top physicians and nurses right here in Kentucky, you can get the expert care you need close to home. That's the Gilhart Institute at UK Healthcare. That's ARH. That's why we're here.
Time for more Mountain Classic trivia. Jim, you are 0 for 1 so far tonight, so you need to look to try to get back to even here by answering this one correctly. What team won the 2012 Mountain Classic Ladies Invitational?
Okay, that was the very first one.
It was?
That was the very first one, and it was B, Perry Central High School.
Your answer is B, Perry
Yes.
Central.
B as in Baylor.
Now, you were very confident in your first answer, and it turned out to be wrong. We'll see if you're correct on this one on the other side of this break, and we'll have the call of the second half between Harlan County and Johnson Central. Lady Black Bears up 10.
Let's get some pasta. Oh, no, sweetie. That's a really good price. Yeah. Well, no. It's a glass. This is also on sale. It is. You might be onto something.
Finding great prices at Food City is child's play. This week get Food City fresh chicken breast tenders, $1.99 a pound. Coke 6-packs are 5 for $10. And DiGiorno pizzas are buy one, get one free.
Value every day, Food City.
Sign up for power outage alerts today by logging on to KentuckyPower.com.
Coming up at 11, a wrap-up of Scholarship Night at the first night of the Mountain Basketball Classic. And after losing their senior citizen centers, folks in Letcher County were given a tour of a new gathering place.
Follow WYMT on Twitter for the latest news, weather, and sports.
Here's your story, let's begin. The water's fine, come on, dive in. The future's here, it's right before your eyes. You could be larger than life, bigger than the world, living out the hopes and dreams of every boy and every girl. You could fly higher than the sky, shine brighter than the stars. You could have all you ever wanted, shoot the moon and reach for Mars. You know you could.
Banking has changed over the years, but the Bank of Hindman still has the same values and traditions they've been serving the people of Knott County with since 1903. The Bank of Hindman offers regular and interest-bearing checking accounts and various types of saving plans, including CDs and IRAs, all paying competitive rates of interest. The Bank of Hindman also offers mortgages for building, remodeling, or purchasing a new home, and you can take advantage of the convenience of internet banking, pay bills, check balances, and more. The Bank of Hindman. We're the only bank you'll ever need.
Here with Harlan County Coach Debbie Green. And Coach, a fast-paced and intense first half.
Yes, it is. It's fast-paced. We like that. We're trying to play our game, and it's going to be interesting in the second half. I'm sure they're not going to just lay over there.
Haley Gross and Rebecca Middleton combined for 28 of your points in the first half. How do you get some more consistency from your other starters?
We don't need to. They're running a box and one on Blair. So, I mean, that's who's open. So those kids can score. They can run a box and one on Blair all day long, and those kids are going to score.
Coach, best of luck.
All right, thanks.
Tanner and Jim, back to you.
Interesting.
Yeah. Well, I think that's Mom talking about the unselfish daughter, and she's content. And, Blair Green content as well to give up the basketball.
38-28, Harlan County leads here at halftime. As we get ready to start the second half, let's go ahead and show you the answer to the Mountain Classic trivia question. Your answer was B,
yes.
Perry Central. And I'm proud to report, Jim, that you redeemed yourself for your earlier miss. You are correct. Coach Randy Napier and the Lady Commodores won back in 2012.
Beat Clay County in a tough game.
Spurlock looking for a hot start here in the second half, and she has it.
Oh, well, Coach Rice drew up the plan, and Spurlock puts it home, 7-point spread.
Her second 3 of the game. Give her 8 points on the night. Lady Eagles within 7. Remember, that's how they shot their way back into the game after Harlan County went on that big run late in the first quarter.
A big battle down on the inside between Preston and Gross.
Middleton, no.
Good look by Harlan County that time.
Lady Eagles looking to push. Spurlock does it again.
They always say the first couple of moments of the second half can be indicative to whom may be victorious, and Johnson Central hitting some big shots here early.
Back-to-back threes from the senior Jayla Spurlock, one of the leaders of this team, putting the Lady Eagles on her back here in the second half. Green turnaround jumper to answer.
Now, despite the chaser that time, Green able to get the ball down easily on the low post. She's got the size to turn and spin and put it home, just as her teammate Kayla Gross has. They're not looking at 22 here, and I think Spurlock can get some open looks on the perimeter. Not really doing anything special against her here in this zone. Good cut.
Preston uses the glass.
Preston is a heck of a player. She's got her hands full down on the low post here. Got to believe the white shirts will want to get 42 a touch.
And inside, they're able to get it to Gross, what they were able to do so effectively in the first half.
No weak side to help. I think that's the position that Preston has to take. She has to front her on the inside, make them throw over her. They did that with no weak side help, though. Gross is going to score a bunch.
Open 3, in and out. That was Bailey Daniel.
Now, had she hit that, she would have gone to 1,000 points, but just spins out.
Green with the left hand pulls up, shot blocked by Salyer, but they're going to get Lauren for the foul.
Tanner, this is a heck of a basketball game. These young ladies are playing hard on both ends of the court, playing smart, and Green only 6 points in the game, but perfect from the foul line. Hits another.
What did you make of Coach Debbie Green's halftime comments that they can run that box and one on Blair all night long?
Well, I think Debbie realizes that to play at the next level, key is handling the basketball and passing the basketball. That's what her girl can do. She's got great size.
DeLong blocked inside by Gross. Preston keeps it alive for the Lady Eagles and shoots it up and in over Gross somehow.
I've got her with 10, and she is playing a tough game. See her trying to get in with that tough body with Gross, but she just can't do it.
Kaylee with 19.
They're going to have to get some weak side help for Preston down low, and there's none there.
I don't know that Johnson Central has anyone big enough that can defend Gross one-on-one in the post, Jim. I'm like you, they're going to have to get some help.
But if they go inside to Preston, she may draw some fouls. Look at that hustle.
DeLong, no good on the 3. Spurlock keeps it alive for the Lady Eagles. She has 2 threes of her own here in this third quarter. That's how Johnson Central opened up the scoring. This one from inside the arc. Bounces high and a miss. Tough rebound by Preston. DeLong, Spurlock, everybody's touching it for the Lady Eagles, but it's finally blocked by Gross. Good recovery for the Harlan County defense. Lady Black Bears running, and a kick ball as it's off the shoe of Jayla Spurlock. And to our media timeout. 46-38, a high level of play here in the Girls Mountain Basketball Classic.
Sometimes it seems you spend your whole day on the go. But no matter where you go, you'll probably run into a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent. With agents in every Kentucky county, Farm Bureau is there for you, pretty much wherever you are. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Established in 1913, Wayne Supply has been a trademark and a model for all other equipment companies. For over 100 years, Wayne Supply has offered good-paying jobs in Kentucky and a vision of growth to many people in our Commonwealth. Wayne Supply has given back in many ways, such as being a founding sponsor of the Wayne Supply Mountain Classic, which has generated over $2.5 million in money given to students in Eastern Kentucky. From last century to this one, Wayne Supply continues their commitment to serve the people of Eastern Kentucky.
It's not New Year's.
No, it's better.
It's the final days of Toyotathon. It's your last chance to get 0% APR financing on many of our most popular models. Our biggest event of the year ends January 4th. Don't miss all the fun. And don't miss 0 for 60 financing on Corolla or a $159 a month lease. And this loaded all-wheel drive 2015 RAV4 XLE is just $199 a month.
Make the holidays happier at Toyotathon.
Toyota, let's go places.
Wolf, Williams, and Reynolds have been representing coal miners and their families for over 30 years. If you need representation for Social Security, disability, personal injury, auto accident, workers' compensation, and of course, black lung benefits, give them a call at 1-800-446-0167. Stop by and see them and tell them Ralph 2 sent you.
Johnson Central down 8 here in the third quarter to Harlan County. Here is a look at what the Lady Eagles accomplish entering tonight, defending 15th region champs. Actually won a game of the Sweet 16 last season. Looking to win here in their first ever appearance in the Mountain Classic. There's a long jumper that's no good by Harlan County's Breanne Turner. Gross, look at her clean the glass. Traveled, wave off that basket.
Certainly the 1-2 punch on the inside with Gross and Green. Just difficult for Johnson Central to match up with. But you talked about it there, saw it in that graphic, Tanner. Undefeated in the 15th region is Johnson Central. We mentioned the Cantrell rankings have them ranked number 1 in the 15th region. Despite the fact they're only 7-5 on the year, they have played a really tough schedule. The officials noted, or excuse me, the players actually noticing some water on the floor, so we'll get that corrected.
I thought that was in Josh Ball's contract.
Yeah.
Sideline reporter slash custodian extraordinaire.
See Jayla Spurlock there getting things organized. Great technique with breaking the press.
Johnson Central's played a lot better here in the second half. Cut the Harlan County lead down to as few as 4. That 3 would help, but it doesn't go by Bailey Daniel. Preston follows it up and will go to the foul line.
Just a freshman, Lauren Preston is in the mix once again. Gets the rebound amongst the trees. Looked like Gross had her hands on it. A lot of times when Kayla Gross gets her hands on it, she's going to keep that basketball. Preston wrestles it away from her and goes to the line trying to get her 11th point. Her hustle on the inside has made a big difference. If she hits this, it's a 6-point spread, anybody's game.
Middleton bluffing the three. Nice feed on the baseline. Jumper wouldn't go for Turner, but followed up by Gross.
Gross just establishes position and pulls it away from the defender.
21 points. Racing to the other end, missing the short-range shot, Lauren Salyer.
Boy, both of these teams in a hurry, making some good plays. That was touched.
Not an over and back violation. Johnson Central coaches and fans wanted a whistle.
It was touched and knocked into the backcourt.
We approach the 3-minute mark of the third quarter.
Spurlock trying to stay with Green, and I think they're going to get a foul on her. Still, it's only the second team foul. Officials letting them play, and the kids are playing hard. They're playing good.
That's exactly what you want, a
Yes.
hard-played game.
Yes.
But not many fouls. 2 on Johnson Central, 1 on Harlan County, and Johnson Central forces a turnover. Boy, it seems like the Lady Eagles have been on the cusp of really getting right back into this game a couple of times. Harlan County has always had an answer. We'll see what Johnson Central can dial up here on the offensive end. Spurlock lost control going out of bounds.
Just going to make the point, Tanner. They're breaking the pressure that Harlan County has pretty readily, but not converting. If they leave her alone, she can hit it, certainly.
Middleton couldn't get that one to go. Chases down her own rebound and then draws the foul on Preston. Really just a bad break there for Johnson Central. That was a long rebound. We have 2:38 to go here in the third period here at the Morton Combs Athletic Complex. This gym named for legendary Carr Creek High School coach Morton Combs. Led Carr Creek to a state championship back in 1956. Of course, Knott County basketball fans enjoy another state championship won by Hindman back in '43.
Absolutely, Tanner. The banner's right here.
And an offensive foul. This one going against Blair Green.
Now a 9-point spread, Tanner, with 2:32 to play. Johnson Central with the full court pressure here. Can they attack it and get some easy hoops? Cut into this lead, maybe get down around 4 as you go into the fourth quarter.
And a steal by Middleton. What a game she's having. She'll lead the break. Contact basket. Wow.
Her first basket, you see her grinning there a little bit. It looked like she drew the contact, sort of put it up, and the left-hander draws the backboard to glass, and the iron and the net. It's a three-point play, and a huge three-point play to give her team a 12-point lead.
16 points for the sophomore who came in averaging 5. And more importantly, Harlan County now back up by double digits.
Aggressive defense. The zone has just been so active.
And another turnover, and look who's there. It's Middleton. This time she'll back it back out.
Good decision.
They've got Green open for a 3 in the corner, and she hits it.
Ball just kicked away. They'll, oh no, let's see. Preston went down.
Lauren Preston, the freshman, in some pain down on the floor.
Well,
couldn't quite see what happened. She was running out to try to get a hand in the face of Blair Green, who knocked down the open 3.
And we saw Caitlin Johnson for Harlan County take a tough fall in the first half. And now Lauren Preston down here for Johnson Central. What an effort that young lady has given this game.
Tell you what, while they tend to Preston, let's take a look at a statistical analysis at Harlan County's season to this point. Lady Black Bears enjoying a 15-point lead right now, but hasn't been all ups. There have been some downs for this Harlan County team on the year. Of course, we saw them earlier in the year falling by 11 to district rival and inter-county rival Harlan, but Boy, Debbie Green has them hitting on all cylinders tonight.
Well, you know, and you see right there, they fell to Harlan in the opening round of the 52nd District Tournament. That 52nd District Tournament is a pretty tough boys and girls affair. So certainly easy to get knocked out in that first round with the tough teams, of course. And Lauren getting a hand there at left ankle. You know, sometimes the players come into the game with some banged up ankles and situations. Perhaps that was something that she was just dealing with, but she can't seem to put any pressure at all on it. Grimace on her face as her coach is coming. Take her off the court. Tremendous effort here.
$1:48 to go in the third period. Boy, you blink and all of a sudden Harlan County's up 15 points.
Yeah. And Johnson Central had a chance with 2:32 to play to come down, cut it to 7, maybe get down closer, but aggressive defense by Harlan County turned things around.
Let's go back to the Deskins Motors instant replay of that 3 by Green, and also
there's Lauren right there under the basket. That was the three-point play.
Excuse me, the three-point play, not the three-point field goal. Able to finish.
Now Johnson Central really doesn't have an inside post presence to match with Gross. See him trying to get the touch in the paint and then fan it out for the 3. Great defense by Phoebe McCard out front.
How about the way this Harlan County defense switches?
Yeah.
Giving up nothing, driving toward the basket, forcing Johnson Central to beat them from outside. And in the first half, Johnson Central was able to hit shots. That's how they hung around. Different story here in the second half as we're under a minute to go in the third period. Harlan County ball up 15. See how patient they choose to be here on offense, Jim.
Probably going to try to run something for Gross down low. Got the luxury, of course, of being right in front of Coach Debbie Green there in this second half. Just running the offense.
Middleton's had the hot hand in this game. They'll give it up here. They swing it around to Gross. 30 seconds.
Good patience. Gross. If you draw that defense out, it makes it a lot easier for Gross to operate down low. I guess they'll be going for 1 here.
Under 10. Middleton to drive. Now back to McCard. 5 seconds.
Got some fouls to give.
Trying to get it to Gross. Can't do it. But still, a 15-point lead for the Lady Black Bears over Johnson Central as we head to the fourth quarter. Winner has a date with Knott Central in the semifinals. We'll figure out who that will be coming up next.
Back in 1965, Subway's founders Fred DeLuca and Dr. Peter Buck teamed up with one simple mission.
Fresh sandwiches. I like it.
The idea seemed crazy in a time when artificial foods and gimmicks were all the rage. But roller skates didn't make food any fresher, and mascots didn't make it any tastier. As it turned out, Fred was right. Sandwiches made with freshly baked bread, fresh veggies, and delicious meats would stand the test of time. We were fresh before it was fresh to be fresh. The Subway Sandwich Shop, founded on fresh.
Sign up for power outage alerts today by logging on to KentuckyPower.com.
Coming up at 11, a wrap-up of Scholarship Night at the first night of the Mountain Basketball Classic. And after losing their senior citizen centers, folks in Letcher County were given a tour of a new gathering place.
Follow WIMT on Twitter for the latest news, weather, and sports.
So you turned 50, huh? Well, that's great. Now you can join the club, the CTB 55 Plus Club, only at Community Trust Bank.
As a member, you will receive exclusive benefits like unlimited check writing, a free CTB Access debit card, identity theft protection, exclusive travel discounts, and so much more.
So don't think of 50 as getting older. Look at it as only getting better.
Community Trust Bank, building communities built on trust.
Every year,
Millions of children experience traumatic events. With help, they can bounce back and recover. You can help change the course of a life. For tools and resources to help children recover and thrive, visit our website, samhsa.gov/child-trauma.
Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
We head to the fourth quarter here in the Girls Mountain Basketball Classic opening round. Harlan County up 15, but the Lady Eagles of Johnson Central begin this quarter with the basketball. They can score in spurts, Jim. They hit a couple of quick three-pointers via Spurlock, the one with the ball there to start the third. Got this lead down to as many as 4 at one time in this game, but Harlan County a big run to push it back out.
Harlan County defense, this zone is just so aggressive. And you talked about it, the way the players switch and move, great job.
Brianne Turner, the steal, throws it up ahead to McCarg, and McCarg throws it back away. It's a steal for Johnson Central's Lauren DeLong, who then has it back tip, taken back by Harlan County. Numbers, Blair Green will finish easily.
Assist McCarg, gets her hands on it, looks for the sophomore Blair Green, and Green finishes.
And she gets another steal, and she will take this one all the way uncontested. A 4-0 run for Blair Green and Harlan County to push this lead out to 19 points.
Good job by Kayla Gross that time. You saw the experience there, Tanner. She didn't try to swipe at the basketball, simply holds her ground. The shot misses. She rips off the rebound, and Harlan County on the offensive attack once again. Moving Gross to the high post now to get her some touches there, get her more into the flow of the game.
And she's fouled, trying to catch that pass. This is the best we have seen Harlan County perform in the Debbie Green era.
Yeah. This is one of their best games. No question about that. Certainly better than they played at home against Harlan. We saw that just a few weeks ago. Of course, Harlan and Harlan County, a real strength this year in girls basketball.
Harlan earlier tonight defeating Breathitt County in the other first-round game, so they'll play Bell County tomorrow here at 5 o'clock. Winner of this one will play Knott Central at 5 on Wednesday.
It's almost like Harlan County working a little bit on their delay game here, being very deliberate. Johnson Central girls trying to stick right with them.
Green spins through the double team, misses.
Still a good drop step move on the low block.
Good pass from McKaylin Pierce up ahead. Allie May has it taken away by Turner.
Superb positioning. Good transition defense. You get down there, you have an opportunity to make a play, and that's what they did. Great player movement as well, both of these coaches. Certainly a key to offensive success, ball movement and player movement away from that ball. And you see like a player like 32 Blair Green, she's never still. She's going to draw a foul there.
And they call a foul on Spurlock, who was guarding Green.
It's her fifth.
And that is a big loss for this Johnson Central squad. They lose her to fouls. They've already lost Lauren Preston with what appears to be a left ankle or foot injury. They have her getting iced down over here on the Johnson Central bench.
Yeah.
Might see Harlan County try to pound it down low to salt this game away. Up 58-39. And a steal. But then out of bounds, back over to Harlan County as Lauren Salyer nearly broke away with that one for a layup.
You see Salyer just trying to stay after Blair Green. Johnson Central going heavy man-to-man now, pressure. Actually, they've switched Still the box and one. Salyer on green.
How about the way they move Gross all the way out on the perimeter to run the offense? And they try to get her a touchdown low. And a travel. Harlan County able to eat some clock, but then the Lady Black Bears turn it over. But they still lead by 19 points with 4:44 remaining in this game. We'll see if they can hold on after this word. You're watching the Mountain Classic.
Wake up with us Tuesday for Mountain News this morning. The Mom's Everyday crew will talk about type 1 diabetes. Plus, we'll have a recipe from the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
Plenty of sunshine ahead tomorrow along with colder temperatures. I'll break it down for you Tuesday from 5 to 7 right here on Mountain News This Morning.
Let's see the pull-up jumper. Looking good, kid. Take a breather. You look better than ever out there.
Thanks, Coach. How are we looking this year?
Incredibly smart, talented, and man, are they dedicated. Might be the best team ever. How about you guys?
Gilhart Institute and ARH. Now that's the best team ever.
With some of the country's top physicians and nurses right here in Kentucky, you can get the expert care you need close to home. That's the Gilhart Institute at UK Healthcare. That's ARH. That's why we're here.
Let's get some pasta. Oh, no, sweetie. That's a really good price. Yeah. Well, no. It's a glass. This is also on sale. It is. You might be onto something.
Finding great prices at Food City is child's play. This week get Food City fresh chicken breast tenders, $1.99 a pound. Coke 6-packs are 5 for $10. And DiGiorno pizzas are buy one, get one free.
Value every day. Food City.
Hello, friends. This is Dr. Ralph Stanley.
And this is Ralph Stanley II. And I am proud to be following my dad's footsteps.
The law firm of Wolf, Williams, and Reynolds have been representing coal miners and their families for almost 40 years.
Go see the fine folks at Wolf, Williams, and Reynolds. They live in these mountains and they understand.
They will fight for you.
Harlan County star Blair Green, 17 points a game, 14 rebounds per game. Has 15 tonight after a quiet first half. Johnson Central ran the box and chaser pretty well, but Harlan County got contributions from several other key players, including the girl with the ball in her hands right now, Rebecca Middleton. Came in averaging 5 and 16.
Tell you, the guards for Harlan County aren't that big, but they are active out front with those hands, create a lot of steals and some easy opportunities for Green and Gross down on the inside. They move Gross up to the top of the key. They're pretty much in a little bit of a delay game here, sort of practice on that a little bit. Guess Coach Green figuring they've got enough points.
Nearly an over and back call. Good defense by May, but they do get her for the foul. That's now 7 team fouls against Johnson Central, so 1-1 coming up for Harlan County. This may be a long 3 minutes and 49 seconds.
Phoebe McCard there. A little short.
That's what Johnson Central needed. Three-pointer May, no good. Boy, the shots just have not fallen for Johnson Central since Spurlock hit those 2 threes to start the third. Nice move and a runner that's banked in by Bailey Daniel. She now has 999 career points. One away from 1,000. And a foul at midcourt as Daniel, a little too aggressive going after the ball that time, and it sends Breanne Turner to the line. Tell you what, Breanne Turner only has 2 points, but she has played a really good ball game.
Absolutely, Tanner.
Good defense, good rebounding. Misses the front end of the 1-and-1 here.
Seems as if Harlan County really has their roles defined
Foul coming up on Gross here.
One of the handful of times where she really didn't move at all. They take it to her and they draw the foul on her. It's only her third. Boy, she's done a good job playing. She had 2 fouls pretty quickly in the game. Right in the middle of all the action, but certainly Kayla Gross as big a factor as Blair Green, I think, for this Harlan County team moving forward.
Free throw no good for Bailey Daniel.
You know, the tough thing, Harlan County, you've talked about it, Tanner, they don't have a senior on the roster. I mean, it's going to be all these kids together next year. If you already know your roles right now, just how tough are you going to be next year? Man.
That one rattles out as well, so she's stuck on 9.99. You have to wonder how many more opportunities there are going to be in this game. You know she would love to do that here at the Mountain Classic.
Yeah.
Make the night that much more memorable. Green, oh, what a pass! Turner finishes.
Good pass.
Looked like a quarterback threading the needle on a slant route.
Fired it in there, and a great catch by Turner. Converts it quickly.
High off the glass, up and in to beat the buzzer for Bailey Daniel. Or, yeah, they take a timeout there as Bailey Daniel has now reached the 1,000-point plateau for Johnson Central. And they take a moment to recognize her. Congratulations to the senior Bailey Daniel. Where's number 10? That's what I wore in high school.
Yeah, there you go.
I didn't score 1,000 points.
Well, you see how she gets it right here. Well, actually, this is going to be the great pass from Green. Super catch by Turner. Boy, you got to have soft hands to catch that hard pass. Brianne puts it home for 2.
I saw her spraying some stickum in the huddle before that play, so she was ready.
Yep.
Harlan County really milking that clock.
Good battle between Salyer and Green away from the basketball. Lauren trying to stick with Blair wherever she goes. The rest of the players primarily playing zone.
As a coach, this gives you a chance to work on these situations because you may find yourself a couple of months from now in a situation where, whether it's district tournament, region tournament, whatever, where you have a small lead and need to play keep away.
Absolutely.
And you'll point back to these times when you were able to get the in-game experience. Middleton misses the front end. Green goes high for the rebound.
Oh, that's exactly what you want to do. Rather than get the experience during practice, why not get the experience right here during the game?
Because it's one thing to do it in practice, but it's quite another to do it in a game against a team with different colored jerseys.
Exactly, and a team that plays such aggressive defense as Johnson Central here. And looks as if Coach Rice is going to give some of the younger players an opportunity to play here in the Mountain Classic.
Let's go back to the replay of Bailey Daniels' 1,000th point and 1,001 respectively. She was stuck on 9.99 before that. The high kiss off the glass.
Takes it right at the defense. Harlan County will advance to play Knott Central in our first game on Wednesday night. So Harlan County doing an outstanding job. Coach Debbie Green and her girls will be in the semifinals. And a tough task to take on the homestanding Knott Central Lady Patriots.
Mo Hobson missing the 3, the freshman. Offensive rebound, though, for Johnson Central. A lot of youngsters in there right now for both teams. Floater no good for Kelsey Blair. Foul called, free throws coming up. Called against Rihanna Middleton. The thing with Harlan County, though, when you don't have a senior, even when you substitute, it's just youth for youth, right?
That's it. Some of the younger girls getting an opportunity here.
This is Hannah Fitch at the free throw line. She's a freshman. And Hannah Gaw, a junior, checks into the Harlan County lineup. $1:23 to go. This one well in hand for the Lady Black Bears.
You know, Harlan County beat Bell County 71-56, Tanner, on January the 2nd. And Bell County, of course, will be playing Harlan tomorrow.
And we don't want to get ahead of ourselves by any means. But in the winner's bracket now, we're now whittled down to 4 very good teams. It can't help but be in the back of your mind a Harlan County championship.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Of course, Knott Central and Bell County will each have something to say about that, as the 3 good for Mo Hobson, the freshman. Under a minute to go.
Good look.
Inside, blocked from behind. Good defensive play. Guarding Kate Evans down low.
Tell you, how about the way these crisp passes go back and forth? Hustle on the inside, defensive pressure. Can tell both these teams have some spirited practice sessions as well, Tanner.
Good strong rebound by Evans, and Harlan County, if it chooses, can dribble the clock out here. They may try to run their offense with the youngsters in there. That's not the offense, throwing a pass from midcourt, but it's all elementary now. 15-point lead, under 20 seconds to go. So what are your early thoughts on Harlan County versus Knott Central in the semis?
I think it's going to be a great game. I was talking with some of the folks here at Knott County. Haven't had the privilege of seeing Knott County play. Seen Harlan County play a couple of times. And Knott Central, a team that a lot of folks think can really give it a run here and maybe come away with a championship. So good young team. We'll see how things work out. They'll have to play pretty well to stay with the Harlan County Lady Bears.
Lady Pats won the 14th region last year. Blair to beat the horn, no. And that'll do it. An impressive effort for Harlan County. The Lady Black Bears defeat Johnson Central by 15 points, 62-47, to advance to the semifinals of the Girls Mountain Classic here Wednesday. They will take on Knott Central. In the other semifinal, it will be Bell County against Harlan. And our sideline reporter Josh Ball will catch up with Harlan County coach Debbie Green, get her post-game thoughts on a big win. As we mentioned, probably the most impressive we've seen her team play in her 2 years at Harlan County.
I see Caitlin Johnson in front of us too. Perhaps he could ask Coach Green about Caitlin.
And we go courtside to Josh.
Tanner and Jim here with Harlan County coach Debbie Green. And coach, it was a great second half. The box and chase on Blair, but your players really stepped up. Gross and Middleton combined for 35 points.
Oh, well, yeah, and they can do that. So we're wondering why people ain't boxing some of them every once in a while, because they really shot the ball well tonight, and Blair handled herself good. She has to do a lot of things for us. She has to bring the ball up the floor, keep her composure, make great passes, and she can do all those things when she's being boxing one. But Kaylee has been playing excellent, and Becca she really needed this game. She's kind of been in a little bit of a slump, so I'm glad to see her play this good tonight.
You know, obviously, it's different when you play tournaments early on, but the Mountain Classic, kind of a district regional tournament-like atmosphere, survive and advance, so you move on. What's it going to take to win this Mountain Classic?
Oh, well, you're going to play an excellent Knott County Central team on their home floor, and we're just going to have to come out with the same type of intensity and game plan and stick to it and be patient and play really good defense. I thought we played really good defense tonight.
Well, Coach, congratulations.
Thank you.
Tanner and Jim, not one of the Mountain Classic in the books. Back to you.
Thanks, Josh. Thank you for your hard work tonight on the sideline. 62-47, the final score. Harlan County defeats Johnson Central. We'll be back with the Kentucky Farm Bureau post-game show, and we'll name our Subway Sub of the Night on this TV and WYMT.com.
Sign up for power outage alerts today by logging on to KentuckyPower.com.
When children experience traumatic events, they may not know how to ask for help. Recognizing the signs of childhood trauma is an important first step. Learn to notice the signs and where to seek help. Visit samhsa.gov/child-trauma.
Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Coming up at 11, a wrap-up of Scholarship Night at the first night of the Mountain Basketball Classic. And after losing their senior citizen centers, folks in Letcher County were given a tour of a new gathering place.
Follow WYMT on Twitter for the latest news, weather, and sports.
It's not New Year's.
No, it's better.
It's the final days of Toyotathon. It's your last chance to get 0% APR financing on many of our most popular models. Our biggest event of the year ends January 4th. Don't miss all the fun. Now get an extra $500 bonus cash on Camry. Use it to get 0 for 60 plus $1,500 total cash. Or lease Camry for $179 a month with $899 due at signing.
Make the holidays happier at Toyotathon.
Toyota, let's go places.
Sometimes it seems you spend your whole day on the go. But no matter where you go, you'll probably run into a Kentucky Farm Bureau agent. With agents in every Kentucky county, Farm Bureau is there for you, pretty much wherever you are. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment.
Time to name our Subway sub of the night in Harlan County's 62-47 win over Johnson Central. And Jim, we are giving it to freshman Caitlin Johnson.
Caitlin Johnson, outstanding effort. She hit a big three-pointer, but Tanner, her game was cut short with a tough injury situation. We didn't really get an update on that, but we did see her walk off with a tough little ice pack on the right shoulder. So probably going to be difficult for her to return tomorrow night or Wednesday night.
62-47, the final score. Earlier, Harlan defeated Breathitt County in our first game tonight. So let's preview tomorrow night's action. Starting at 5 o'clock, it'll be Harlan taking on Bell County here. And then two boys games, South Laurel against Letcher Central and Harlan County taking on Buckhorn. As you see the boys matchups there. What do you think?
Going to be some great action. Of course, South Laurel, maybe a lot of folks would pick them as the #1 team in the tournament. Other folks, maybe Clay County. I think Robert Hammonds and his guys maybe have something to say there in that opening game. They've had some opportunities to play in the Mountain Classic. South Laurel, it'll be their first time. Can Letcher Central get a good start and maybe take care of business? And, of course, Buckhorn, Coach Noble, he'll bring his guys. Harlan County, Mike Jones, they've been here before. Should be a battle to wrap it up tomorrow.